What's good, guys? Big Red in training mode. Gonna bring you guys some very simple tips and tricks that everyone may not know. So those of you who don't know it, here are some simple tips and tricks for you. Hope you enjoy them. Let's get to it. To start it off, we're gonna talk about the scopes. As you can see, I have an MK with a 3x on, okay? Now, check this out. Sensitivity settings. I have my 3x at 20, 4x at 20, 6x at 6, and 8x at 5. Now, these aren't my actual sensitivity settings, guys, but I want to show you something here. If I aim down my 3x, okay, it's pretty fast, right? Aim down my 4x. Wow, pretty fast, okay? Now we aim down the 6x, okay? It's at 5, pretty slow. You unzoom, what is it at? It's at 3x. Look how fast that is. Because you are using the 3x now, so it's at 20. Move it up some more, 4x. Now you're at a 4x scope. What is my 4x at? 20. Now look at that. You go back to 6. Nice and slow, baby. Nice and slow. Now we have the 8x on. You have the 8x. Nice and slow. Still on the tree. Scoot it back 6x. Nice and slow, still on the tree. A little more, 4x. Whoa, baby! It goes all over because it's at 20. And the 4x is the smallest scope the 8x goes to. So when you guys are spraying, you know, your 6x sprays and you unzoom, you gotta make sure whatever your 3x is at, that's what you'll be spraying at. Or if you go 4x, that's what you're spraying at. Now, if you're using a DMR, you're going single tap. Remember, it's at 20 or whatever you have your scopes at. So the more you follow people, that's what your sensitivity is going to be at. Keep that in mind, guys. If that wasn't clear enough, please hit the comment section below and I'll try to explain it a lot better with my words. Still a little confused on how to zoom in and out with your scope? Simply aim down your sight, hold RB, or if you're on PS4, R1, and with the left thumbstick, just go down and up, down and up. You can zoom in and out with both the 6x, the 8x, and the 15x. Tip number 2. Driving a vehicle and shutting off the engine to come in like a silent land shark. Let's go. Are you the designated driver on your squad and want to know how to turn off the engine? Or are you riding solo sometimes and want to come in quiet, sneak up on somebody at a compound? Well, this is how you do it. Just hit left on the D-pad and let go of the R trigger. That way the engine shuts off and you could silently roll whoever you're after. If you're going downhill, it's much easier to shut off the engine and roll a lot farther away. A lot of the questions people ask me is, how do you stay quiet after you turn off the engine? Because when I hit the brake, the engine cuts right back on. Engine off, and it cuts right back on. So you're not quiet anymore. The ways to come in quiet, you could shut off your engine and ram into something, any type of object, or hold the Y button, which is the E-brake. You still stay quiet, engine does not come back on. You come in like a silent land shark. That's tip number 2 for you guys. This is kind of 2 tips in one, but we're getting right into it. Have you ever wondered what the Winchester scope sensitivity is? Well, look no more. Scope for the Winchester is the 3x. That's how you change the sensitivity setting. So as you can see here, 3x is at 20. Aim down the scope. Oh baby, that's fast. We change it to 0. And boom, now it's slow. Now you know Winchester 3x. That's the sensitivity if you want to adjust it. Tip number 4, or you could say tip number 3, but it's a whole different gun. I'm gonna say tip number 4, the VSS sensitivity scope. Have you ever wondered how to adjust this, or wondered what scope it is to adjust it? Look no more. It's the 4x. As you can see here, 4x is at 20. Aim down the VSS. Oh baby! Now we're gonna change that to 0. Check it out. Look no further, for the VSS is the 4x. Tip number 5, cheek pad versus bullet loops for Car 98. Okay, 8 times, no cheek pad. We're aiming down 350 meters. 800 sign. We're going to aim right at the bottom yellow of the 0, and then we're going to hold our breath. And now, holding our breath. Okay, I'm not moving the right stick. A little bit of sway with no cheek pad. You could see the little movement. Okay, breath is out. Now, let our breath come back. We'll do the same thing again and see the little bit of sway with the cheek pad attached to it. Breath is back, aiming down and holding breath. Boom. See how very slight the sway is? Okay. That's what the cheek pad does. It's very, very minimal, but it helps a lot. Cheek pad is really good for SKS though, because it kind of controls vertical recoil as you shoot. So SKS, SLR, MK, it really helps for those. But with the K9, I prefer bullet loops. Why? Bullet loops reloads faster, and the sway is just so small that you don't really notice it too much. Now, one more option though is what we're gonna do. Take the cheek pad off. Basically gonna do the same thing, but we're not gonna hold our breath. We're gonna aim in, aim at the bottom of the 0. We're gonna hold our breath first, and then let go. Let's see how sway is. This is without the cheek pad. See how it's kind of going the bottom of the 0 down to like the bottom of the boulder, bottom of the 0. Now it's kind of moving up. That's how bad sway is without a cheek pad. Nothing too crazy. It is a far distance, so it doesn't seem like it's too much, but if you did it a little bit closer, it'd probably be a lot more noticeable. Now we throw on the cheek pad, do the same thing, not holding my breath at all. Look where it goes. It doesn't go as high when you have the cheek pad on. See how earlier it was going a little bit more to the middle of the 0? Now it's not going as far. So that's why I use bullet loops now, because the sway is just so minimal, you don't really notice it as much. And having bullet loops, being able to reload faster in sticky situations is my cup of tea. That's why I prefer bullet loops over cheek pads now for the K9s. Tip number 6. For those of you who've been playing FPP recently and don't know a quicker way besides full boosting to run quicker, well, look no further. Here we go. As you can see, the speed here looks pretty darn slow. Am I right? Or am I right? All you gotta do, go into your settings, go to graphics, put the field of view all the way up, click A. Look how much faster your character runs. Oh, baby. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. This one's a total troll. Don't even include tip number 6. Just a big joke to have a little fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell for a little ring-a-ding-ding to get notified when the next video of mine goes live. Catch you on the next one. Peace.